upon a Scot who's 70 in the world. Hempel threw 7 180s in the first round, decent average. I'm going over 8.5 180s here at even money as the second leg. Chizzy versus Ricky Evans. Chizzy 2-5 favourite here, is 6th in the world against Ricky Evans, who's 19-10. I'm going for minus 1.5 on the handicap for Dave Chisnall. I think he should average mid-90s, and I think Ricky Evans is generally a mid-80s averager, so that'll do me. And the final match, Rob Cross versus Scott Williams. Again, Cross is a decent favourite here, 1-2, maybe not as short as I thought it would be. Obviously lost a little at the Players' Championship with 100 average. If he gets anywhere near that, I think to one. You get a £5 free bet on the darts tonight when you stake a £5 on the darts. It's online only, that evens or bigger. If you're having a bet, you may as well get that £5 free as well. So it's all there at williamhill.com and on the app.
Brilliant stuff. Just one last one, your nap then for tonight?
Yeah, I like the even money over 8.5 180s in that Daryl Gurney Florian Hempel match. Even money for that.
Brilliant stuff. Thank you as ever, Lee. Those were the latest odds with William Hill. 18 plus, BigGambleAware.org.
In the Zone on talkSPORT 2 with William Hill. 18 plus, GambleAware.org.
Yeah, I think when Nebrida won that first set last night, we were all like, oh, brilliant, that was a great bet. When it went 3-0, it was like that. No, nobody ever would have predicted that.
No, I don't even know what the price was because I didn't even look at it, because I didn't even consider it happening.
Quick one, what are you going for tonight?
Yeah, I've got the match treble in Van Veen against Pietreczko. Win the match, most 180s Irish finished 13-10. I'm just backing Gurney to beat Hempel. I think Hempel will get something out of it. May run him close, could win it, but I think Gurney's in a good rich reign of form right now. Chizzy and Evans, this is the one. Evans has won 2 of his last 16 matches. And Chisnall's lost
much better.
8 of his last 9. They're both in awful form. Ricky Evans, well, how he feels he's a top 16 player is beyond me. When I was just literally, not for anything spiteful, I was thinking, right, what is he seeing that I'm not? I don't know, he must be reading someone else's profile. Dave Chisnall still averaging over 95 this season, so Ricky Evans is very respectable 93. Made a semi back in 2021 here, of course, a former BDO finalist. Chizzy over 4.518 is at 4-6 is pretty safe, because listen, even if he is having a bad time, and Ricky Evans does.
Are you worried Chisnall will hear he might have an injury? Is that not a worry for you?
Yeah, well, that's, listen, if he was a healthy Chisnall at 2-5, then you'd be having your house on him, wouldn't you? And then I'm with Lee. I got Cross at 1-2. I just think he's going to be a bit too wise. You now have to push the buttons of Scott Williams. They're practice partners. They do a lot of work together, and Rob will know his game inside out. I don't think Williams thinks that way. He's just a straight up art on your sleeve guy. Let's get up there. Let's bounce around that stage.
He likes it here, though.
Yeah, let's make some out. He does like it. He proved that 12 months ago.
Yeah, he did. Interesting. So what was the Acker? 8-1. Well, best of luck with that one. We'll hopefully tick a few of those off as we go along tonight. If not,
that would be a rarity
the
this
filing
week.
cabinet's over there in the bin. We'll put it in there. Right, I want to ask you, Nico, give us your 4 winners then tonight.
I'm going to go for Pietreczko to upset the odds. I think there's something about stages for him where he comes alive a little bit. I think Van Veen is trying to exercise demons up there. I'm going to go for Gurney in a really spiky one with Hempel. I think Chisnall edges it, and I think Scott Williams is going to take Cross out.
Wow, okay. You'll be with us for games 3 and 4 tonight. Paul Nicholson, brilliant part of our commentary team. He'll be back with Dance later on. Right, we're getting ready for the action to begin. 4 final spots to grab in the battle for the last 32. Who will take them? We're about to find out. MC John McDonald is on the stage. Another full house here at the Alexandra Palace. You're in the best spot, listening live and exclusive on talkSPORT 2, and you can watch along on the talkSPORT 2 Darts channel.
Warm welcome. You're joining us live on Sky Sports from the Alexandra Palace, London. It's the Paddy Power World Darts Championship, brought to you by the Professional Darts Corporation And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the thousands joining us live and the millions joining us around the world, it's time to meet the players. From Germany, a Euro Tour winner on his second appearance, ladies and gentlemen, Pietreczko, Ricardo, Pietreczko.
They don't forget, do they?
European Championship
Van Veen's a real popular young man.
Newly crowned World Youth Champion, ladies and gentlemen, it's Gian.
Two interesting walk-on songs. Ricardo's got to be from some kind of cartoon, hasn't it?
Yeah, it is.
You can tell I don't watch telly.
John Van Veen, tall, lean, smartly cropped, not much facial hair.
Lean, mean, treble 20 hitting machine.
Lovely young man whenever you're around him. Well-mannered, well-liked in the game. He is a major winner in waiting. However, he does have a habit of putting in magnificent performances. I remember him averaging 108 a couple of times and getting on the wrong end of the result.
Yeah, there was a horrible one against Rob Cross, wasn't there? And he did everything but hit the final double to get over the line. And every time it happens, this is where his maturity is incredible, because he's a young man and a fairly late starter to darts at this level, and he just deals with it. He brushes himself down, he goes, right, I'm going to go again, and the way he bounced back was winning the World Youth Championships. Pietreczko, 30 from Germany. Doesn't look 30.
I was going to say, if I'd have had a guess at his age, I certainly wouldn't have gone that high.
No.
But 22 for Ian Van Veen. Pietreczko has got a win on the European Tour, one at Hildesheim, not the season just gone, the one before. He's had a couple of half chances again on the tour. He hasn't quite been able to go through with it. He did have that big flare-up with Luke Littler, and I think it's set him back a little bit with the fans. I do think they'll hold it against him.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. They don't forget, and listen, everyone's in love with Luke Littler at the minute, aren't they? And so what he did to him, everybody you can hear him, you're spot on, booing already.
Yeah, I think he's... Well, there's one way to shut him up, Chris. There's one way to say, I'm not bothered, I'm not listening.
That's it, and then they'll just stop. Kill them with kindness, feed them with 180s.
Yeah, or 60,000 quid for a 9-darter.
There you go, yeah. They'd soon be his pal then, wouldn't they? I'd love to find a guy booing and whistling, and he ended up being the guy that won the 60 grand.
Yeah. Well, he's followed up the 180 with 23. Much to the ironic cheers. Now it's Van Veen who's in the red bit. He's got quite a unique action. It's quite Van Gerwen-esque, actually, isn't it? How he leans into the throw.
There's a lot going on. So a lot of the time he was relying on just timing and feel. His averages, though, are sky high at the moment.
The boy can play, make no doubt about that. He's on 305 and he's in the treble 18 bed once, twice, made that thrice. 162 to get him down to 143, and Pietreczko on his own throw is on 238. It is a race to 3 sets, 3 legs needed to win a set.
Yeah, despite starting with a max, that is, and Pietreczko's still way back. 2 single 19s and a single 20, 58, takes it down to 180, so 6 starts for Van Veen for 143.
Subs in the big 5. Then treble 19, so that's not a bad adjustment. 81 scored to leave 62. Pietreczko can hit 180, but it won't get him a finish.
I'll keep him on 180.
Only 60. So first chance for Gian Van Veen. 28th seed here. Treble 10 hit, double 16. He likes it down here normally. Inside for double 8. And just outside, so Pietreczko will get a look at a manageable 120.
Yep, single or treble, single, double, whichever order you want. There's the single. Maybe needs to move. No, staying in that position. Doesn't mind that dart, doesn't find the treble 20, come down for the 48 to leave 32 and miss that as well. So another chance for Van Veen.
2 8s he needs. Outside, inside. He almost can't believe that hasn't gone in. Well, he's missed 5 darts now in this opening set. Opening leg, Pietreczko, 64. Now, interestingly there, Chris, on 120, if he hits a single 20, he's got a 2-dart finish. Now he's left himself a 3-dart finish, and he's only 1 at tops. And he's missed it. I don't really get the thought process there.
No. Even if you have a go, even if you don't like the lie, you still have a go at the 60, and you expect to at least hit a 20. And like you say, it's a single to double combination. And well, Van Veen's put 3 on the wire of double 2. Is that 8 darts? It is.
It is. And now Pietreczko, he's just checking his on tops.
He's probably checking that the leg's not over. He probably can't believe it himself. Well, that was pretty smelly, that one.
Tops he hits. Comes up with a 180. Watch Jan van Veen miss 8 darts for an early break of throw. 45. And then he opens up with only 45 on his own throw.
Yeah, Van Veen is... And that's a hangover from leg 1, that start to the leg, because that was an awful looking 45. It was really ragged, and he's already shaking his head and almost confused what's happening. Just got to play through it, young man.
Winner of this one will take on either Rob Cross or Scott Williams in round 3.
140.
There's a bit of oomph in that last dart from Van Veen there. He was looking for a max, just rather forced the dart, went low at the target. Here's Pietreczko, either end of the treble 20 beds. Well, they're not booing at the moment. That's 180s in the opening 2 legs for him.
Yeah, Van Veen's got to watch himself here. He replies with a great 140, but only down to 176 on throw. Pietreczko, who threw second from 2-2-1, has just found a 60. Doesn't follow it, much to the relief of Van Veen, and that's just a ton.
Yeah, 176 Van Veen. You are listening to coverage of the PDC World Darts Championship on talkSPORT 2 with Village Hotels. Hit the bullseye this Boxing Day at the best place to watch live sport. Best place to listen to it's on talkSPORT, talkSPORT 2, and on the app.
Yeah, there'll be no darts on Boxing Day.
No.
We'll come back on the 27th.
Yeah, 1-2-1 was started on the bull, but didn't get to the double. So Van Veen to hold needs 76.
Double 20, double 8, single 20. 16 he's got. Can he find tops? Oh, bends the wire.
Ricardo required 40.
He's been all over the doubles, they just won't go in between the wires.
2 10s for Pietreczko, 1 dart left. 2 legs on the spin, 9 missed darts, Jan van Veen. Look, they talk about golfers when they make putts, and if they miss only by a little amount, their total putt length is very small. Van Veen's miss length is less than a centimetre. He's had 9 darts at a double, and he hasn't been a centimetre away in all of them.
No, and the ones on the double 2 were on the wire. The one on top's bent it. This is the worst possible start for Van Veen.
Still plenty of time. But Pietreczko's got his weight of throw beautiful on that treble.
And he's got such a lovely controlled action. It's quite loopy, but he's in control of every element of it.
Yeah. Van Veen, 80 scored with 2.
Has to settle for a ton, but needed more. It's 2-0 down in set 1. And he's on 249 here, minus these. That's a 140, 109. Van Veen so far back that even if he hit a max, he wouldn't even finish.
Out. Yeah, he's made an error there. Treble 19, he's hit twice, 134, but he's still in excess of 200. Pietreczko then to take out the opening set in double quick time. Treble 19, double 16 is his route here. Can't hit the treble 19, so he'll come back up towards the top of the board. Lovely last start, hits treble 18 to leave double 8.
Yeah, after just 4 turns, so on a possible 13-dart leg to win the opening set. I mean, the scoreline says comfortable, but it's been far from it.
Yeah, 8 missed starts in the opening leg for Van Veen. Pietreczko stepped in and won it. Can he step in here? He's hit single 8. Oh, he moves the wire, double 4. This for the set. Tied it up nicely. The German winner on the European Tour, taking under 7 minutes to take out the opening set here. Gian van Veen is the World Youth Champion, but if he wants to become the champion of the world, he's going to have to up his game. Disappointing first set for the Dutch youngster, but Pietreczko is picking up all the legs so far. Takes out the opening set by 3 legs to 0. We'll be back on the other side of this. Van Veen 0, Pietreczko 1.
talkSPORT 2, official broadcast partner of the Premier League.
Okay. Keep warm. He's a set to nil up over Gian van Veen. It is another massive night of darts here at the Alexandra Palace. Daryl Gurney, who will be coming onto a significantly better version of Sweet Caroline in a few minutes' time. Florian Hempel is his opponent. Dave Chisnell against Ricky Evans. 2 players desperate for a win. And Rob Cross against Scott Williams. 2 practice partners. They were, Scott Williams said to us on talkSPORT on the YouTube channel, said they were going to practice over the weekend. So they're quite happy to go on with that. I think the crowd can sing better. Let's just leave it at that. Gian van Veen, Chris Mason missed 9 darts at a double in that first set. And truth be told, he probably should have won the opening 2 legs of the game. He didn't, and he finds himself a set down. Yeah, and that sort of has unsettled him, and I do fear for him in these situations. He is very much earning while he's learning.
not got masses of experience at this level, and he's still learning how to deal with adversity. And sometimes you've got to
140.
turn that frown upside down.
Yeah. Van Veen, the 28th seed here, above and below the treble on 60. Pietreczko 3 from 8 in that opening leg, had 3 chances and took all 3. And Van Veen on his own throw is already on the back foot here as well, because he's on 307 and Pietreczko's down to 221.
And the problem you got with Pietreczko, if he starts well, he'll stay good. He won't vary that much at all in terms of output.
Well, first max for Van Veen. But an instant 140 back. This is a good leg of darts.
Yeah, both of them down to a finish after 9. Treble 20's found, treble 17's found, double 8 for a 12 dart leg, and in it goes. And the first reaction, well, that will spur him on.
Second leg is Ricardo to throw first. Game on.
What a leg of darts that was. Pietreczko's on 81 after 9, doesn't even get a poke at it.
Pietreczko at 3 140s in that leg.
Yeah, he did.
Doesn't get a sniff at the 81.
Pietreczko just nodded his approval at the back of the hockey.
Yeah, and he'll be aware of the threat of Van Veen, of course. He'll probably also be aware that they made Van Veen the rather lively favourite. He probably thought, okay, might do a Joe Cullen on us.
121.
No, he do. He's quite happy, I think, Ricardo being the underdog. I think he doesn't care if people write him off or not.
You've seen a lot of him on the Euro Tour, haven't you? And he doesn't mind it.
No, he's a gutsy performer.
I'm with you. I don't think he minds going under the radar.
No, I don't. And he doesn't mind getting involved in a bit of a scrap, as he proved physically against Luke Littler. But maybe not that what we mean. But darts-wise, but here, all of a sudden, Van Veen can come up with a 2 treble visit. He can nudge in front against the Pietreczko throw, but he's above and below the treble 20 bed. It seems to be a real zip about his throw tonight.
Yeah, I've seen it from him before. He did suffer with the dreaded yips briefly, but managed to battle through it and find a way around it.
59.
Just joining us, Pietreczko is a set up but a leg down. He's on 172. Van Veen back on 286. 2 single 20s. He's
59.
He's very much an FDM at the moment, Van Veen. First dart merchant. If he's nowhere near, he's nowhere near anything.
No, and normally his grouping's quite good, isn't it? He's normally really accurate. Pietreczko here, another treble, and he gets one. He leaves double 16 after 12. Sorry, after 15. This is to level up the set.
Well, if he hits a ton, he's just taken out. 127.
32 then for 1-1 in the second set. Pietreczko leads 1 set to 0. And at the second time of asking, he takes out said double 16. Gian has got the throw.
Yeah, he needs to hold, doesn't he? He'll take 2 holds from here. And again, starts with 45. Racking up the trebleless visits, 7 so far.
Another full house, not a ticket to be had. I love no money. You cannot get a ticket to get in here. The proverbial gold dust at the moment. It's lively as you'd expect.
Yeah, 96. Most of the tickets were gone in 20 minutes or something.
Yeah, they were. 3 days without the darts, but don't worry, we're back. We'll be back on the 27th.
You will not miss a dart from here.
Can't wait. And just in case you've got nothing to do on Boxing Day, we've just got the small matter of 10 live commentaries on the talkSPORT network. You need the talkSPORT app to listen to them all, because a couple of them are app exclusive onlys.
And on the main talkSPORT YouTube channel, there is our podcasts, and we recorded our second one yesterday. That was a Monday.
59.
I thought we did it today.
Well, we did do it today.
We did do it today.
We did do it today.
I don't know who's more confused there, you or me.
Well, you lose what day of the week. You just go with day 9. That's it. I don't know what day it is.
Day 9. Like one of those old prison movies. You're just scraping it on the hotel wall so we know what
should
day
do that
it is.
in our green room.
Yeah, we should. We should. 2:08, Van Veen. Pietreczko 2:82, but he's at the board, the German, 100. And he's lowered his score down to 1:82.
I don't think we're going to see too much change in the level of play from Pietreczko, and Van Veen's going to have to sort of put a bit of a spurt together, isn't he?
Yeah, he's going to have to step over him, I think.
Yes.
He's not going to move out of the way. You're going to have to climb over the top of him here. Now Van Veen on his throw is down to 73. Pietreczko's on 142 with one dart left in his hand. Can't find the big treble. So Van Veen 73. Treble 19 was the target. Single 14. Hits it right in the heart of the single bed and then takes out tops. So after misfiring on his opening 9, he's 2 from 2 and he leads 2-1 in the second set, but he's a set to love down.
Yeah, strange game, isn't it? Maybe just a bit of early pressure, early nerves. Maybe just didn't settle in set 1. Like you say, he's took out 1-2-7 in leg 1 of this second set, and 73 is clean as a whistle, but yet again starts with a troublous visit. And that's the theme in these legs, and that's what's giving Pietreczko the breathing space to produce the big scores.
We are technically on throw here, though,
yes.
So if Van Veen does hold in the next leg, if he doesn't win this one, it will be 1 set apiece in the race to 3 sets. First of 4 tonight. 100. What a bumper night it is as well. Can't wait for that Rob Cross game later on against Scott Williams.
I will be doing a Chris Rea. I will have that on in the car.
Nice last start from Pietreczko. Down to 2-1-7. 3-5-8 in the red bit, Van Veen. And despite missing all those doubles at the start, 9 of them, the averages now are pretty much identical.
Yeah, 90.76 Van Veen, 90.71 Ricardo Pietreczko. It's Ricardo who's found the trouble from 2-1-7, leads a set to 0, but trails 2-1 in this second set. A ton takes him down to 1-1-7. Van Veen here wants to keep himself interested in the leg.
140 hits, so he's 78. So Pietreczko to keep the set alive needs 1-1-7, just the 1 treble required. Will have to be treble 19, single 20 hit, treble 19 hit, tops for 2-2.
77.
Oh, bad dart, just a millimetre too high.
Yeah, you could hear how close it was because it was metal on metal. Single 18, single 20, tops for the set.
Uses the marker beautifully, and we are all level here. 2 outstanding talents from Europe going at it toe-to-toe on the North London big stage. Nothing between them at the moment. Race to 3 for a place in round 3. Gian Van Veen hits back, levels up the match. It's Van Veen 1, Pietreczko 1.
talkSPORT 2, official broadcast partner of the EFL.
Okay. Well, if you can't sing, you can't sing. And he can't sing.
No. And he can't sing. Mark Wilson, Matt the producer, Dance or Nico, use the hashtag darts on the radio, and well, if they're any good, we'll give you a shout out.
60.
Yeah. Will you be hiring Barry for the pub?
Absolutely not. That's a no from me.
Thought Simon Cowell was here then for a moment. Well, we are harsh, so you can do it better than I can, but we'll leave it at that. 1-1 here. This has got the makings of being a really good game. They both get on with it as well. There's not too much hanging around between the two.
Yeah, there's no nonsense up there.
It was interesting, wasn't it, when we spoke to Johnny Clayton, he said about Mickey Mansell. Mickey does his thing, slowly.
That's typical of the sense of humour of. But it was played in a lovely nature, wasn't it? And
well, there was a good embrace right at just before the end, and I think they were both thinking, goodness me, what are we doing here?
They both went put through the absolute ringer. It was a fabulous game.
Both had darts to win it before they eventually got the winner, and that was Johnny Clayton, who held his nerve at the end. Might be more last leg drama to come. Sure, there will be at some point. We've had some belting games here in the past, and there'll be plenty more to come as it all unfolds.
It's just been a bit more of a sedate start than what I think we're used to, but you made a great point at the top of the show. I think people have a different approach to it now.
Yeah.
Interested in sort of piling in and putting down a marker. Oh, he wants double 16.
He does. He's gone. Well, what a route that is.
Well, that's the kind of thing you would do in an exhibition.
He's gone 54, double 18, double 16.
Yeah, what he's done. 1-2-2. What he's done there is he's thrown a safe wide one. The single 18 would have left the ball. He didn't want to risk getting a deflection and not getting a dart at the ball, so he didn't chase the treble, and he's just put a gentle one out there that's found the double 18 to need double 16.
He's literally gone from one corner of the board to the other,
and another factor as well, Mark. You got to factor in burnout.
57.
There's just been tournament after tournament after tournament, and let's have it right. It's the players that, well, the vast majority of the players that are involved in those, and the ones that have been away doing exhibitions all over the world, they're the ones that seem to have suffered so far. Some have survived the scare and made it through, others haven't.
I think we're getting to the point with the players where they're going to have to get a little bit like the golfers. They're going to have to start picking and choosing, and it's hard.
Plotting your year.
Yeah, and as the golfers, as we know they do that around the major tournaments. They want to pick and choose where they're going to be. They want to keep their game time manageable, and there's so much, again, I'll say it, I mean, lucky enough to follow it around a little bit more than I've done before. The travelling is...
That's what kills. That's the killer.
Hard work.
It is. People sort of compare it to going on holiday. Well, if you imagine how tired you feel when you got that late flight out, and then you're travelling through the night, and then you got to get out for work in the morning. Well, they're doing that pretty much.
Yeah, 149 could be on here.
30-odd weeks of the year.
Yeah, they are. 97 scored for Van Veen. Pietreczko 74 then for a breaker throw. He's throwing the set. He's already one leg up. Can get this. 14, so that's 20 for tops. 20 hit. Just has a sneaky look at the score and then sneaks one in the corner. It is a breaker throw for Pikachu. And now he's got the throw for the third set.
Yeah, and what's happened here, Gian, who produced a lovely set of 96 in set 2, is sort of drifting back towards his level of play that he was producing in set 1. And what did we say about Pietreczko? His level won't change.
No, he might go up a point or two, either way, or down a point or two, but it'll still be where 90, 91, 92.
100.
And he's got, the problem is he has got a level. He can go again if he needs to. So
for sure, we've seen it many times.
Well, Nico had this down as his shot tonight, didn't he?
Yes,
he was very keen on Ricardo.
Yeah, he picked him.
1-1.
He was the outsider, 12-5 when I looked at him earlier.
100.
Gian is a good player, no doubting about that. Whether I want to be getting stuck in at short prices just yet.
No, I understand. For me, he's the kind of player that you can't sort of second guess it, but when he's on it, he does literally just blow opponents away. And unfortunately for him so far tonight, he's having one of those hit and miss nights. Hence, I backed him because the price represented good value when I looked at everything else in there. And if he was going to have a good night, he would have been blasting 180s in. He's at 1 in 10 legs.
Yeah, which is just not like him at all.
No, his number, he should be around about 3 or 4 in 10 legs, or 3.56 or something like that, I think.
61.
Well, he's hit 61 lead 140, but Pietreczko for the set hits 104 he needs. Can't hit the treble 19 first start, but he's a bit unlucky there. 38 scored, so it's that 66 left.
It's another shot that's becoming more and more common on the 104 down there, starting on 19s. 2 darts at the same target, essentially, if you don't hit it with your first darts.
Yeah.
Well,
he's at 56. Can Van Veen step in for 140? No, we're at treble 18 route. Hits 18, then the bull. That's 68 scored.
Tidies up, leaves double 6, I think.
Yeah, he does. 56 on for Pietreczko.
For the set.
Seen something he thought he hadn't liked, then just rechecked his score. 16 for tops. Went for the treble, hits the single, so it's tops. Little deep breath, quiet word to himself. Tops the target. Well, he won the opening set 3-0, and he's won the third set 3-0. But, and this is the beauty of set play, Pietreczko's 7-3 up, but in effect we're where we should be in sets.
Yep. Yeah. The player who has the throw in the sets have won those sets.
Yeah. Tidy.
Yeah, another 96 average in the set for Pietreczko. It's the only set which is acceptable as it's the opening set and you're a bit nervy, and there was a lot of missed doubles. He averaged nearly 87 in that. His overall average 92, which he's been pretty much at from set 2 onwards.
Pietreczko is 7 of 14. Van Veen is still 3 of 12. Didn't even get a go at a double in that set. Needs to put that right.
65.
3-6-7 Van Veen. Pietreczko down to 3-5-5. Tell you what, Gian Van Veen, he's a mil off, isn't he?
Yeah.
Off really starting to bang in the big numbers here.
And that's why I think we have a lot of sympathy for the players sometimes, because it is a game of tiny margins, and when you're watching it as closely.
127 was the target. Is it 76 here? So
yeah, he's gone that way simply because Pietreczko's back on 312 and he knows 519s leave 32, and he's just keeping it simple. I like that play.
Yeah, 3-1-2 here for Pietreczko. Comes for the outer ball, then back up. So 145 leaves him on a finish. 32 though for the opening leg of set 4. Double 8 now on the outside. He'd like to get rid of this here and now, and he hasn't done.
He is messy, and he's either pinning them in one dart or just missing multiple darts.
He's already had a 1-2-2, but he's not going to get the 1-6-7. He tried, I said, he tried. Hits the ball too. He's hit the ball quite a few times as he's tied it up. Double 4 for Gian Van Veen. This time he gets it. And he does hold his own throw at the start of set number 4. 2-1. Pietreczko lead.
You can tell by his body language, this is hard work for him tonight.
But these are the types of games, Chris, when you're not on your peak,
you've got to learn how to win.
Yeah.
58.
You've got to find a way to win.
Johnny Clayton found a way to win earlier on, a game that he could easily have lost.
100.
Just got to admire the sheer guts of both of them this afternoon. Mansell.
Yeah, because it looked like it was going one way, then it went the other, then it switched back to the other. It was just a remarkable game. It was sport.
59.
Yeah, it was elite sport. You know, the drama of it was. It's something you can't script.
The tension and it was palpable.
It was.
60.
Only 60 Van Veen all along the bottom wire of the treble. Couldn't get one in it, but it is 43 to the good here. He'd like a break. He'd like to tidy up his own throw set very quickly.
And he wants to leave as much in the tank as possible for a set 5 if he can get there.
And Veen way below the treble 20 bed, switches for 19s. No treble again. And it feels like he's missed an opportunity here because Pietreczko 9 darts in, he's still on 287, but he's still 3 points in front of Van Veen.
Treble 20 is followed by a treble 20 for Pietreczko. Just having a look. Yeah, the 180 is fine, it'll leave 107.
140.
Van Veen on 284. Another treble would be good, right? 147 Pietreczko, 144 Van Veen. Van Veen leads 1-0, set 4.
Gets the 57, leaves 90. Just misses treble 18, finds treble 4, so 78 remaining. The Van Veen finish is the easier of the two because the 2 darts are at the same target.
Well, Ricardo is laughing and joking, but he'll be a little bit disappointed there. Leaves 60. 144 Van Veen then. Ooh, can't get the first treble. Second dart further away, so he can stay there. Gets a ton.
He's just got to keep his fingers crossed here and hope Pietreczko makes a mess of it, but he's going to have 2 darts at tops and his strike rate on double 50%, so one of these two's going in.
You would think so. Oh, again, bends the wire. Couldn't have been any closer. And then bends it back the other way. 1-1. Back to the Van Veen throw. He's in the red bit. 2 sets to 1. Pietreczko lead. You're listening live on talkSPORT 2. Mark Wilson and Chris Mason with you here at the Alexandra Palace. Nicholson and Danter will be with you shortly for Daryl Gurney against Florian Hempel. Looking forward to that one. That could be anything.
Oh no, I'm doing that one with Dance.
Oh, you are. I apologise. Nico's on the late shift tonight.
Doing me a solid. Tell you where Pietreczko's game is better than Van Veen's right now, and that's the adjustment, whether it be on the doubles or on the trebles. He can work around the opening dart and dart 2 better than Van Veen, and as a perfect example, single 20 makes the adjustment, very nearly gets a 140 out of it.
Yeah, he's 40 in front, Van Veen. That first start not quite settling as he would want it to at the moment. He's having to run around and he doesn't come up with a treble, so this is an opening here, because if Pietreczko breaks on this leg, then he would be throwing for the match.
See Luke and his twin brother out watching the darts this evening.
Yeah, the Littler brothers.
57.
One's enough, man.
Yeah,
although
it's fine, he scores like 2.
He does. Well, his elder brother is a decent player as well, actually.
Is he?
Yeah.
100.
144 Van Veen, 204 Pietreczko here. 140 here would make life interesting.
Yep. Single 20, and here's an example. Makes the adjustment beautifully.
140.
Case in point.
Yeah, now this might need to go here. The 144 again, he goes the 18s route again. He doesn't hit the treble first up. He's halved his score, and then it's big 5.
77.
That is not a good last start. So Pietreczko to break throw and go within one of the matches, looking at 64, and he's hit the treble 16. So it's double 8, 2 darts in hand. Again, he has a walk away. Steps forward now and pins it right in the middle. 2 sets to 1, 2 legs to 1, and the German is throwing for a place in the last 32.
Yeah, he's just been marginally more efficient. They've both had the same amount of treble as visits, but it's 3 breaks of throw to 1 in favour of Ricardo.
86.
He leads the 180 column. His finishing's far more efficient, 9 from 17.
96.
Time running out for Gian Van Veen.
Running out of legs.
Yes. And to be fair, Ricardo has served up what I think we all thought he would serve up. Low 90s average, efficient on the doubles.
Steady
solid.
Away, isn't it?
Yeah, solid.
When we were talking about Krzysztof Ratajski, that's why he is so hard to beat, because if you're not absolutely on it, you'll get found out against a player like Ratajski, and you can say the same for Pietreczko. Like I said, there's very little variables within his game. He has got gears, but most of the time he'll just plod along like this, and he could do this all day.
Well, Van Veen might get a chance here. He needs another treble. Gets a 140. He's down to 217, so he's a good dart in front here, maybe a dart and a half in front. Pietreczko's on 290. 73 to the good here.
Comes for cover, no success. 20 and a 19.
96.
And again, that little adjustment. Finds the treble 19, down to 194. Van Veen 217. He's starting to find the treble now.
He is with that first dart. Makes him so much more of a threat. The way that his darts go in the board, if he can get one in, he'll generally stick another one alongside it. Down to 77. And now it's Pietreczko who needs a big score here to put any kind of pressure on. He's in 80 with 2, 140. Little punch in the air.
That's sending a message to Van Veen. Don't miss 77. Single 19, needs single 18, needs tops, or it could be game over, and he's missed it.
He's underneath it, so Ricardo Pietreczko then. Van Veen had the chance to break back and keep the game going, but Pietreczko can end it here. 54 the target, 14 for tops. 14 hit. Again, just takes half a step away. Van Veen waits in hope behind him. Tops for the match. Ricardo Pietreczko makes light work of the world youth champion here at Alexandra Palace. 3 sets to 1 win. Minimum of fuss from Pikachu. Got to catch them all, it says on his walk-on. Well, he caught all the big doubles he needed. 10 from 18, 56%. And that's the difference. Van Veen actually ended up averaging more than Pietreczko, but was only 24% on the doubles. Solid job. Job well done for Ricardo Pietreczko. Another seed falls by the Alexandra Palace wayside.
Yeah, that's another one to the list, so that makes it 12. And that 10 from 18, the 56%, that's not a one-off. That's his tournament average as well, 19 from 34. And he just controlled every element of that game. It was a real solid, mature performance. I think he recognised early on, right, I'm not going to be at the best of my form this evening, so what I got to do is just be as solid as possible and take my opportunities, and that's exactly what he did. And well, it was easy work in the end, wasn't it? 3 sets to 1.
It was. So the German is through. We'll have reaction from him over on the talkSPORT YouTube channel shortly. And he is through. He will take on the winner of our final game tonight, Rob Cross against Scott Williams. Also to come tonight, Dave Chisel, Ricky Evans, and that Cross-Williams match. Up next, Daryl Gurney and Florian Hempel. One German is through. Will there be another one joining him very, very shortly? But Gian van Veen, the world. Round 2. It's Pikachu who's gone through. Ricardo Pietreczko has won by 3 sets to 1.
talkSPORT 2, official broadcast partner of the English Football League.
All right, mate.